A unified church is the answer for a divided nation. Hello, friends. I'm Troy Brewer. I'm the senior pastor of Open Door Church. I just now got through preaching 2 different sermons here as we've been celebrating 30 years of ministry. But I got to talk to you about Charlie Kirk, and I got to talk to you about the prophetic timing of the hour and the day that you and I are living in, because the Kairos is overcoming the Chronos here. Now, if you don't know it, if you don't understand any of that language, be sure and look that up and find that stuff out. But you know, there's a Chronos of just the grind of how time turns. But then there's the Kairos, which are special opportunities and special seasons and times that the Spirit of the Lord overlays, where the whole thing is about opportune times. This is a day of great visitation. Have you considered that as we celebrate the life and as we mourn the death of Charlie Kirk, that this is happening on the very last day of the year, 5785, upon the Hebrew calendar? Have you considered that? Because that's prophetic timing, and we have to pay attention to that. We cannot miss those things. So what could that possibly mean? I believe that it speaks of the end days, literally the last day of the year. It speaks of the end times. And also too, it being a national day of mourning, as Christians are literally mourning the loss of this man of God. It speaks of the beginning of sorrows. And that's what Jesus spoke of. He spoke of, hey, there's going to be earthquakes in diverse places. There's going to be famine. There's going to be all kinds of stuff. He says, but these are the beginning of sorrows, which of course begins to speak into the 7-year, what we call the tribulation. Now, here's what I can tell you this. The sky is not falling. The kingdom is coming. And listen, you don't want to miss your day of visitation. People all over the world are saying, I can no longer be lukewarm. We had tens and tens and tens of salvations last week. We've also had so many today. I haven't got the actual number yet, but I mean, our altars are completely full of people repenting, and they're coming before the Lord saying, I cannot be lukewarm. I have to be in the right place at the right time for the right miracle to happen, and my heart has to be right. When I look at that, and when I look at that we're about to move into Rosh Hashanah, it makes me fear the Lord, and it makes me go, okay, you know what? I ain't messing around. I'm in love with the Lord Jesus Christ. I know that that's what Jesus would have you do. I also know that that's what Charlie would want you to do. I want to encourage you today that as you look at this funeral and you hear the gospel being preached across secular places all over the world, man, rejoice and keep looking up, because our redemption draweth nigh. And I also want to say this too, that if you need a friend or if you need a prayer, you can call me. Call us. I got a great team of people ready to pray for you. Simply call 877-413-0888, or you can always go to troybrewer.com. Boom.